Right, I'm just going to go back to comments just for this one start to the video. Free will exists and you can believe in it if you want, and it might make you happier. Right, so I think we got yesterday to the end, effectively. What we have is that commenter, you, me, everybody and everything, at all times, and I mean at all times, 24 hours a day, even the sleepy buys, all times, are always minimizing their suffering, maximizing their happiness scale, always trying to move towards happiness and away from suffering. Always. Everything we ever do, within the confines and constraints of the situation that we find ourselves in. As in, at work, we're doing what we can at work, etc., 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 at all times. That is it. I'm looking at my emails now, because I've finished. There we go. Victoria's Secret. Looks jolly uncomfortable. What's in that one? Just stuff about the website. That's it. I've finished. I am, at this moment, doing what gives me the greatest pleasure, reduces my suffering the greatest amount, and you are also. I could kind of make this video. Oh no, the camera only goes on for half an hour, doesn't it? Financial Times, Royal Bank of Scotland, North and South Korea are doing something super duper. I could make this, if the camera could do it, could make the video 24 hours long, let's say, and somewhere in that 24 hours you'd turn off. Why? Exactly. At the moment you're dragging on with me because he might say something, he might not. He normally says something. You are maximizing your happiness, reducing to the greater extent your suffering on that scale. And that's what you'll do all the rest of the day and all tomorrow and every day until you die. All the time. So will a mouse, a parrot, everything. That's what we do. 4 minutes. I'll make another video if I think that it will. If you want to do comments, because I'm not too happy with the decrease suffering, increase happiness name for the scale. So if you've got a better description name than that, if it gives you happiness, drop it in the comments. But that's the scale, and it's, you know, it's grotty on one side and it's better on the other. So you can call it what you like. You can call it in the middle, which is kind of nice, or right over that side, which is suffering, or all the way over that side, which is joy, 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 as Osho would say. Well, that's it. And it is at the bottom of everything that I do, that you do, and everything does. It's right, isn't it? Hey? It am damn right. So, A guru will give you advice if it gives the guru more happiness, less suffering. Everything, absolutely everything and everyone comes under that golden rule. Golden rule. I think what to do now. I could read you something from the newspaper. Do you want that? Go through more comments. Guardian. What's that? A woman's guide to loving fashion without... Hang on, that's what's that? A woman's guide to loving fashion without submitting to the patriarchy. Straight to comments. Oh dear. It's obviously the articles about women. Do women dress for men or do they dress for women? Victoria's Secret. Why are they wearing, though, that sort of extremely uncomfortable looking underwear? The bras are alright, but the bottoms, horrible. Nice, the bras. Nice bras. But the panties are normally, well, most all of them are ridiculous. I'm going to buy a chainsaw. It might sound silly, but it looks like I'm going to buy a battery-operated one. Silly, eh? Husqvarna 120i. You'd think, because I've always thought that for where we've got to in the world, it's been coal power got a certain degree, but as soon as oil power kicked in, then you are kicking ass. And I thought a chainsaw is the ultimate use, or the ultimate something of oil power, because you've seen those old pictures of the old lumber people, and he's got these saws, yards long, and they're obviously doing this all day long. And then you get photos of them with the V cut out of the tree before they're going to go around the back and cut through and make it fall that way. There's 7 or 8 people sitting under the V that they've cut out with hand saws. And you think, chainsaw. So you think, well, battery power, bloody hell, it's just a toy, it's a waste of space. But if you look at it, Husqvarna 120i, if you look at it on the interwebs, on the YouTubes, the few people have got them, and my chest isn't very good. Apparently my heart works very well after the operation, but because they had to pull the ribs apart like that to get at the heart, to get the heart out. Then they put it all back together, and because it's got a bit of a twang, you've got to push it, and they wire it up with twine, wire. It's been pretty uncomfortable ever since, and it's, I think, getting a little bit worse, and I don't like bending over that much. Kind of hurts. It's never terrible, but it's uncomfortable. So I've got quite a lot, actually. Not a lot. I'm not a lumberjack. But I've got quite a lot of log cutting to do. They're only going to be logs about so big, because my woodman says just go to the wood and help myself to anything that I want. And the thing is, I can start machines like that, but that hurts as well. And the battery one's light, and if you see it in action, it's really very impressive. And quite frankly, when the battery runs out, I really should stop, because sometimes I'm a bit naughty. I get kind of going and go mad into these things and regret it afterwards because I hurt. So that seems a thing. It seems a reasonable price too, really. Got to put oil in it, of course, to lubricate, but otherwise just come home when the battery goes dead, load the trailer up with the logs, bring it home, charge it up and go the next day. Don't overdo it. I won't bore you with anything else. Oh yeah, I'll just see if Nakamura... Oh, he got his draw with Sam Shankland last night. And Robson won. Okay, so it's still between Shankland and Fabio Caruana for the US Chess Championship. How many have we got left? 3 more games. You'd think Fabio'd win, but Sam Shankland's playing very well at the moment. What else have we got? Nothing really. Composting. Scientific, the physics of composting. Not much else really. Twitter. Sarah O'Connor from the Financial Times. Anybody following FT Alphaville at the moment? Still, not nearly as good as it used to be. Izzy's gone quiet and the new girls that have come in just don't seem to have it. But Sarah O'Connor's still writing beautifully for the main paper and doing... did a podcast. Lovely girl, lovely girl. Katie Martin. Royal Babies. See, that's why why is Katie Martin on about Royal Babies? Royal Baby, new mums have so much unnecessary pressure on the BBC. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That's the one. Excellent podcast on the changing world of work by Sarah O'Connor. Podcast from the FT. Very good, very good. What's this? Dating after Me Too. I've had a lot of sex out of politeness. How do I say no? In The Guardian. Our relationship expert, Jean-Hannah Edelstein, is here to answer all your questions about romance. Do you have a lot of sex out of politeness? If you do, you can write to The Guardian about it. You can write to me about it. If it makes me happy, I'll say something. Go on, I won't torture you anymore. That must be it. 13 minutes. I think you've got the point though, haven't you? Every moment of every day, that's what you will do. That's what will drive you within the constraints that you have at that particular time. You will always be going up that slider or fighting against that slider being pushed down. Okay. It was right from the moment you were put together in Mummy's tummy. It'll be right until the day you die. Same for everything that we call living. I'll say goodbye until it gives me pleasure again. Bye.